What's going on, everybody? I'm Miles from Champs Detailing. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how we do the ceramic pro coating on these Yeezy Bred 350's. As you can see, I already have them taped up all around the bottom rubberized area. This is just to protect it from when we do spray it on, so that there's no overspray going on, no overspray hitting these areas, and it's really hard to get off when you get it on there. So tape them up just to be extra precautious. Then we're gonna spray all the fabric areas on the shoe. We also clean these shoes off, prep them ready to go for the Ceramic Pro. So once we prep them up, we're gonna spray all around the entire surface of the exterior of the shoe. And then from there, we let it sit for about 8 hours. We're gonna also be doing the 9H on the rubberized surface of the shoe. 9H ceramic coating is one of the best ceramic coatings you can get done. As you know, we use it for cars, we use it for detailing, but it also doubles as an extremely good thing to use on really any household item or household appliance or shoes or anything you want. You can use it on as long as it follows a certain criteria. All right, so you may be asking yourself, what is the benefit of getting your shoes ceramic coated? Why do it? Why spend the money? But if your shoes are ranging from, I'd say, anywhere from $200 to $1,000 plus, this is an insanely good investment for yourself. By getting your shoes ceramic coated, it's basically like getting a sealant on top of the shoe, a line of glass, so that it becomes extremely hydrophobic. You rarely have to clean them. You just have to give the odd clean off here and there, little water spots and stuff like that. But other than that, any water contaminants that get on the shoe will just flow right off. They will stay clean for longer, stay in better condition for longer, and just look better. And another big reason why you should get them ceramic coated, especially if you guys have a nice pair of shoes, is that oftentimes people don't want to wear nice shoes out when it's snowy out or bad conditions, bad weather, such as rain, stuff like that. But the benefit is, this Ceramic Pro is going to make these shoes absolutely waterproof. No water will be able to get inside. It's going to create an extreme sealant on all the little fibers on the inside, almost like a glass barrier from top of the shoe to the exterior environments. What we want to do here, first of all, we cleaned off the shoes, made them looking as clean as possible. We put tape around the rubberized edges to allow it so that when we spray on the textile, it's not going to damage any of this rubber parts. You don't want to combine it. We have different products for the rubberized part of the shoes, or any leather part of the shoes, or if you have leather, plastic, anything on your shoes, we use 9H for that. 9H is the #1 product we use for ceramic coating vehicles. It is an extremely insane product. What the 9H will do is it'll allow your shoes to create a harder barrier around the rubberized part. It is a very tiny little layer of Ceramic Pro that's going to allow you to not only have shoes that'll look absolutely perfect for the next years on end. You don't got to worry about going outside if it's raining. You don't want to be wearing your nice shoes outside. But with Ceramic Pro, you can. They become absolutely waterproof. They become absolutely extremely hydrophobic. The water's going to be beating off them. Dirt's going to be beating off them. Of course, it's not invincible. You still need to take care of them. You can't be going or jumping in mud puddles and expecting them to be coming out perfectly clean. But with Ceramic Pro, if you were to do that, instead of having to scrub it off, put it in the wash, wreck the shoe, all you got to do is grab a hose, rinse them off, and the dirt will just flow right off the shoe because it is just on top of the Ceramic Pro layer. That's why the Ceramic Pro is so amazing. But without further ado, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I put on the textile on the fabric areas of the shoe. And then after that, we're going to do the 9H on the rubberized part around the shoe. So I like to just put my hand in here, get a good hold so that we get a nice even spray. Nice and even straight on the laces. We'll soak them, but as you can see, nice and even sprayed on there. See, this is why we use the tape at the bottom just so that we don't get any residue going on the black part of the shoe. We don't want that, we just want it on the fabric. So once it's nice and sprayed down, do one more for good measure. We're gonna put that to the side, let that dry. Needs 8 hours of dry time. Then we grab our second shoe here, nice and fully cleaned off, and we're just gonna do the same process. You just spray this stuff on here, spray the Ceramic Pro textile. Nice, as even coat as possible. Not to oversaturate, but just to give it a nice even spray down. I'm gonna let these shoes sit for about 1, maybe 2 hours time, and then we're gonna come back to it, and then we're gonna, once it's fully dried off on the exterior layer, we're gonna come back and we're gonna put on the 9H on the rubberized part of the shoe at the bottom. And then once that is done, we're gonna let them sit for the next 12 hours until tomorrow morning. And then it's ready to go, ready for delivery for the customer, ready for pickup. And yeah, we're gonna show you guys that right now. All right guys, so it's been about 4 hours since we put on the textile on the fabric. They're pretty much dry right now. Well, they're completely dry, they just need to cure for another 4 to 6 hours. So right now we just took off the tape on the bottom rubberized plastic boost part of the shoe. Now we're gonna be first starting with the nano primer. I'm gonna be just applying all over, anywhere you can see that's not touching the fabric is all gonna be done all around. We're not gonna do the bottom of the shoe for this one. You can get it done if you want to get it done, but it's not very necessary. That's, in my opinion, unless you're having a collector's item shoe where you just put it on your shelf for the odd time, then in that case, it is definitely worth it just to make sure that you can keep everything looking absolutely fresh and absolutely prime. So we're gonna use the nano primer to start. We just use a microfiber cube towel, and basically we're just gonna apply it on. We're just gonna apply it on lightly on all the surfaces on the rubberized parts of the Yeezy 350 Boost Bred shoes. And then once we're done that, we are gonna dry it off, and then we get to the fun part. We get to the 9H, Ceramic Pro 9H. We're gonna do one layer on these shoes. Now the beauty of the 9H is you can get as many layers as you want. So the more layers you get done, obviously the better results it's gonna be. You only need one layer to have really good results regardless, but the more layers you put on it, the better and longer lasting the results will be. Without further ado, let's get right into this. So just gonna shake it up. Ceramic Pro, open her up. Now this part, this is the part where we want to get it, make sure it's perfect. So we just put our primer applicator pad. It has a very nice spruce tree type of smell. I like it. So now from here, I'm trying to show you guys the best I can. Basically just rubbing her on there. Probably a little bit more on the pad. But we're gonna apply the whole shoe first, and then we're gonna wipe it off. Get as much. We're gonna try to get into these little cracks as much as possible, making sure the shoe is completely primed, ready to go for the 9H. And what this is gonna do is just adds adhesive to the shoe or to the material, allowing the 9H to stick and be applied much easier and much better. It'll allow it to last longer, allow it to be protected better. So this is a pretty important step. All right, we got through about halfway on the far right. We're gonna grab our just normal blue microfiber towel, and I'm just gonna wipe off all the nano primer off the shoe. Get it looking nice and solid. I like to get, especially with the Yeezys, I like to get right into these little grooves because why not? May as well get it as perfect as possible so that the client has some beautiful shoes that'll last them a long time. All right. So once it's all wiped off, we're gonna just continue to apply the primer to around the sole of the shoe. So we're just gonna go just over motions like this, left and right, and then once I got it nice and in there, I like to just go right in between the grooves, get that in there, use my pointer finger, and we're just going up and down motions, very straightforward to do. So if you got anyone who has like Gucci shoes, Louis Vuitton, Yeezys are good too, Ultra Boost even, probably a lot more. Anything that's, I'd say, over $200 is a good thing to protect, because you want to make your investment last, right? You buy nice shoes to make them last. You don't buy them to have them for a year before you wreck them. You put this on here, you can treat your shoes basically not the best, and they will maintain their beautiful form, maintain their beautiful colors. The shoe is fully primed. Fully ready to go for the 9H. Just do one more quick dry off here, just to make sure we got it's nice and evenly coated. The big thing with this, you don't want to get high spots. You can get high spots on, which is basically just uneven coated ceramic coating. It's not very hard to fix, but of course we don't want to. That's a last resort type thing. All right, we are ready to go for the 9H. So for you guys wondering, this process takes about 13.5 hours to do, to ceramic coat any shoes. Mainly, it takes about an hour-ish to just actually put the coatings on, but then it takes another 12 hours. We gotta wait and let it sit, let it cure. So it does take quite a while to do this. Got our beautiful Ceramic Pro 9H. This stuff does not smell good. It's pretty special how bad it smells. Quick smell test. Oh. Clears up the nose, clears up the sinuses. Okay, I'll apply it throughout the entire surface of the shoe, and then get into the little nooks and crannies, little areas, and then wait about 1 minute, and then wipe it off to allow the adhesive to stick on there. Make sure I'm not just wiping off the ceramic coating after it's done. But we let her sit, let her dwell a little bit, wipe her off, and then from there on out, it's going to take about 12 hours for the shoe to fully cure. And once it's fully cured, it's ready to go. Just put her on nice and even at the fringe, top of the place, the top of the part. From here, squish it together, cocoon it, and then start applying it. So like I said, I like to go all the way around. I'm just getting into all the little nooks and crannies on these shoes. Perfectly. This step is not something you want to mess up on, especially with shoes. Not the easiest to get this stuff off. You get any high spots. So, but when done professionally and with what right training, got a customer on our way. Look at the shoes. Alright. Now once you feel like it's nice and evenly distributed on there, absolutely perfect. Once it is, so you might be able to see there's a little bit of high spots, like little unevenness so far, but we're gonna let them sit here for probably another 15 seconds or so, and then we're gonna wipe it off. step is just to ensure that we don't got any high spots on the shoes, no unevenness, and so that they're as perfect as possible. That's the goal. Oh yeah, these are looking good. These are looking proper. This step is, after we put the ceramic 9H on, the next step is the extremely close analyzing to make sure everything is perfect, because unlike paint, with ceramic coating, if you mess up, you can polish it off or remove it pretty easily. With shoes, it's a different story. If it is not perfect and it sets, it is a royal pain to have to remove. Shoe number 1 is done. As you can see, there's no streaking on the boost part of the shoe. It's looking really good. Now the last step for this guy is we're gonna let it sit now for the next 12 hours. So yeah, that is the process for how we ceramic coat the shoes we got in the shop. If you would like to book an appointment, like I said, give us a call or visit our website or visit us at champs.detailing on Instagram to book your appointments in. But other than that, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and we will see you guys next time. The next video I'm gonna be dropping is the effects of ceramic coating on these shoes, and we're gonna do a little bit of experimenting to see how amazing these are in water. We're gonna do a water test, we're gonna do a ice test, we're gonna do a snow test, we're gonna do a mud test, and we're gonna throw in a couple other tests in there. We don't know what they are yet, but we'll think of some. We'll see you next time at the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and keep on trucking.